Hello, children of the night, and welcome to Terror Nights with the Hanged Empress. Here we do shadow work following the moon.
Yo, VI, play the beat.
Well, hello, Leo Moon. Low batteries, blockages, word fumbles, stutters, feeling like we're in a bubble. So, Knight of Cups, and Eight of Pentacles reversed. Something is really working against us. And I feel like the things that are working against us are coming in the guise of love. Hold on. Oh my God. Are coming in the guise of love, or even things that we think that we want or need in a moment. Comfort. The things that are comfortable are actually working against us or pushing back against us. For why? Oh, the Fool. The Fool falls out. For why? Because they can't go where you're going. I don't think there's going to be a lot of the old coming with the new. Because I can feel it. We're so close. We're so close to this Fool, to this new beginning. Dog God. I saw this license plate yesterday. Dog loves you. So I was just saying it back and forth. Dog loves you, God loves you, dog loves you, God loves you. From the reverse and forward. God and the devil both love you. And that's why they're fighting so hard to keep you and hold you in your place and position. I was just looking at these fixed gears on the High Priestess. We can see the whole thing being played out, which gears are turning on which side, and it's our choice to choose. It's our choice to choose whether or not we acknowledge the reality or not. And I feel like not acknowledging the reality is not moving forward, is not fully stepping into that Fool. I literally created a step ladder with these two cards. Easy does it, easy does it. Kids with guns. Kids with guns. Kids with guns. I can't sing that on YouTube. It's a song. It's the Gorillas. Come on. I'm just saying that sometimes. Whenever I'm like, slow it down, slow it down. Easy does it, easy does it. Watch your step around kids with guns. Summoned the energy and the courage to step forward, to take the leap of faith, to move towards our stars, and to not acknowledge the fog and the clouds and the steam. I hope we have enough light and the reflection isn't terrible, so we can see in the background all of the industrial smoke coming up from the city in the far off distance of the Fool, and how clouded this Eight of Pentacles is in this backwards work. Like, you're doing work, but it's working you backwards, not forwards. And once we step out away from that fog, and once we allow that fog to clear for ourselves, it starts to become an early morning mist. As I look around, an early morning mist. Easy does it. Easy does it. Pace yourself. Take it in stride. Take it in step. Take it in tandem. What works against you and what works for you. Dropping off the gears, the wheels that aren't serving. so we can continue to turn ourselves forward, to step in. Yeah? 9, 9, 9. Turning. Fine. The Nine of Cups is turning around, and this light kind of looks like an eye that is watching this entire process. I don't think this eye is participating. It's just observing. Or perhaps it's preparing to be serving. I'm getting like a millionth customer served, all of our customers completely satisfied. Sometimes this bar has a negative connotation, but right now this bar feels like home. This bar feels like that safe place where all of your friends gather, which is funny because I also feel like we're sitting completely alone at this bar. There is nobody else in here except for us and the bartender, but she is the whole party. This one bartender is the whole party. Oh, don't worry, your friends are arriving soon. What friends? Where? Doesn't matter. I'm having a great time anyways. Whatever this is. Seems like fun. I'll take all of you. Oh man. Y'all are a lot. Y'all are a lot, aren't you? You too? You too? 5 Pentacles really had to get shaken loose. You got that. The 5 of Pentacles really needed to get shaken loose up out of there. And what's sitting on the other side is the 10 of Wands. Like, you're caught between a rock and a hard place in decision. Like I said, I don't feel like we're taking much. I feel like we're leaving a lot behind. But I'll come back for you. There's something that we're coming back for. There is dependence. Though we may not have friends and family in status and stature and helping hands and positions, we ourselves are the ones who are helping the ones who are lesser than us. There isn't anybody else around who is willing to step up and take care of these children. There is no one else around who is willing to step up, step out, and show up. And that's why we gotta put everything down and go. Because anything we're hanging on to isn't as concerned about shaking this loose as we are. Best judgments. I don't know why I've still got my stepladder going on this side, but those are separating out. We got our eye out for judgment though. I'm gonna take away all these spells. One forward, a few sideways, and a few reversed. And we're kind of looking out for all of it. We're looking out for all of the booby traps and hostels in the area. We're kind of making a mark of where all the landmines are in the territory and how we're going to navigate this with the 9 of Wands. And I myself am turning the wheel because now we're facing this way. So let's turn the wheel as the world turns. We move through judgment. We come into better judgment. We come into the ability to see the truth and weigh the weight of the pentacles and the lightness of the air. Like, I literally feel like we are determining what is what is true, what is false, what is air, and what is gas. Because we're still breathing it regardless. But you walk into one room and it's clean air, you walk into another room and it's toxic gas. We're going back into the industrial clouds and smoke. And this better judgment coming up from the water, I think, is what's giving us the ability to see with clean eyes. So we do need to come up from our water and how we feel about all of this. We need to get through that and move through it. 10 minutes exactly on the counter. 10, 0, 0, 0. And I hit that and immediately triggered me back into this 10 of wands. Pulled me right back. 10 flat. Tens, tens, tens across the board. No, the clarity of what that fog is and how to use the mist to disappear like a myth. I just swapped. 10 of Wands is now in the step. Temperance starts the new cycle, the new staircase. With the King of Cups, beholden the Ace of Cups. When we are offered, when we are presented, when we come across this new cup, it is advised or it is welcome energy, this stability and grace and under, mature understanding of how to hold and carry this cup and distribute it amongst the family. King of Cups came before the Ace of Cups, but I'm switching them. I'm turning them. And we turn these two. Two of Wands, Queen of Swords, and the Three of Cups. I'm taking it step by step and watching this all unfold and progress, seeing how the story goes. I feel like that Wands experience with the Ten of Wands, knocking it back to better preparation and better foresight into this situation, is giving us the viewpoint, the vantage point, to be more decisive and more able to recognize a third party or kind of don't want to be a part of that situation kind of situation. Like we step into this next room, we're just walking down a corridor of halls and we're trying to find our room. There's clean air, but there's nothing in it. Empty space. There's a room full of noxious gas. We get into this room that seems like loving and warm, but we can see in the corner, no, actually, that's toxic. That's going to lead into something toxic. Queen of Swords, cutting that out, cutting that down. We're taking these steps two at a time now. We're moving faster up or down these steps. It's like a winding staircase, this journey. What falls over? What covers? What covers the King of Cups is the Queen of Cups. Holding the Ace of Swords, the divine match, holding the divine truth, carrying with her the world and the Hermit. You're not coming with me? I hold the cup that matches your cup. I hold the air that aerates your fountain. I hold the weapons of truth that can carry us to the world, through the world, into the brand newest evolution and revolution that either of these two characters could know. I feel like she just came by to say, and you're going to make me do it alone? Because I'll do it without you. If you're going to bring that, if you're going to try to pack all of that up, you're right. I'll do it alone. Could have been great. Could have been a team. But the world is ours, and the choice is ours. Do we want neat attachments that are ultimately going to lead us down a road of ruin, put us back in the same old cycles? Or are we willing to observe and really see, no matter how good something might look, we might have to just do this by ourselves for a while. We might just have to take that time to make that choice. I feel like that is the key. It's acceptance. Acceptance of the truth in what is. Accepting of the fact that maybe nobody else can see this light that we hold. Maybe nobody else can feel the wind of our sword slicing through the tension of the air. Or they can, and it feels like it's cutting them themselves because they're so like dissipated out into their environment. That's a weird sensation. There's an interaction of something somewhere that is so a part of the environment. It's like the very air in the space. It's so thin. It's not the environment, but it's so assimilated into it that you can't differentiate between them. It's almost like the clean air and the toxic air are bonded chemically together at this point. And if those chemical bonds have turned your water into wine and the wine isn't going to pour back into the water, we're going to have to dump it out. She's not dumping water, she's dumping wine. She's dumping out poor habits. She's dumping out overindulgence. She doesn't need 2 cups. I don't need all of those cups. I just want this cup. And it's got clean water in it. This is the cup I was after. Whatever was going on down here, further down the road, it's almost married to this Five of Pentacles energy. It can only lead to another 8. This 5 and 3 can only lead to another 8, another loop, another cycle. Staring at the 8 of Pentacles. Round and round and round we go. If somebody isn't getting off of the circus wheel, there isn't anything we can do. Survivor's guilt is a real bitch. However, the choice is ours. Run that loop again, learn that lesson again, or step off, step out, step up. Show up for yourself and the people who are dependent on you. Because again, I'm not seeing a lot of characters here that we can depend on. Dog's got us. God's got us. We got our backpack, and it's filled with tricks. Kind of looks like a little... Those are chimney sweep things. Actually, it's not a backpack. They're little brooms and fans to blow and clean The smoke, the pipes, those filthy pipes producing all of that noxious gas. And this character is unseen and unseemly to most. The dirty chimney sweep. I'm seeing this character as a whole new person now. I'm recognizing the value and the gems underneath that dirt. People look on this character as if they're not nothing, but the stuff that they're doing is cleaning their air. It's making them healthier, it's making them better. And despite all of the smoke that they're billowing and blustering about and blowing in our face, we're still cleaning those systems and those air. And we're going to get dirt on us if we're going to get in there and we're going to really clean that stuff out. But if we do resist, come up with a way to resist that noxious gas, that thick smoke, that ash, to protect ourselves as we're cleaning, that air will come clean if we're allowed inside. You have to let us into your house in order to clean up the systems. And if somebody's shutting the door, we'll just have to find another house. Because we're doing our duty, we're doing our job, we're doing our mission. Whatever we're doing is contributing and cleaning our environment. And that's why we've got to be decisive. That's why we've got to put down the excess, because we ourselves need to keep on the track and path that is going to work for us and not against us. So doing what we're doing, but maybe just somewhere else entirely. A new space, a new place. Let that light inside ignite, guide you. Stretch out like the bolt of lightning. And reach out for the highest point. And that will be where we touch down. I'm seeing this sword turn down into the ground like a little lightning rod now. We have to venture out and find our place in our space. And when we get there, stick your sword in the ground and let it be a lightning rod to attract, ignite, and bring forth into the night the guiding lighthouse that summons others to let them know there's cleaning here. Not just cleanliness, but cleaning. There is filtration processes. We have to build all of these things for ourselves and let our contraptions attract the interest of those who wish to be a part of the mission, the service, the betterment of the world and the environment. Because not everybody does. And being discerning and not trying to force people into healing when they're not ready to heal is a very important lesson that needs to be said and spoken on. Because it's not for us to judge on them. It's not for us to judge on them for what it is they're doing. If they don't want to do anything different, that's where they are, that's where they be. We respect that, but we choose for ourselves whether or not we want to stand there and participate. That doesn't mean we have to go to this party. I see this as what you're doing, I just don't think it's for me. I'm going to go over here and do something different. And that's fine. Sitting in comfort and confidence with that. Trusting yourself that even though things might be really quieting down, it's redirecting us. It's serving us. Keep taking those steps. Keep moving forward, growing and progressing. Observe. Participate. and act and react accordingly to your own personal morality. And don't ever forget that no one is above your morality. Call, check, question everyone who you look at as above you. Because as I said, there isn't actually anybody above us that we can look to. It is us. We are our guidance, our own determination of our own morality. There is no height a person can reach that truly puts them as a king above another person. We can only become a king above ourselves. We can only become a queen above ourselves. In our own world and scope, that doesn't mean controlling anybody else. That just means doing what's best for us every time, following and acting in that morality for ourselves, not passing judgment. Everybody gets to have their own set of morals. Have your morals. You do you. But my inner guidance is telling me to go do this. And I'm going to honor that and respect that and do what I need to do. Buckle down. We got things to build. We need to stop working against ourselves and start working for building a crown, an empire that's truly worth serving and that serves us. What an intense and interesting message, Leo Moon. I hope you all have a fantastic one. We'll see you next time.